First, startling new information tonight in a Dallas murder mystery. It's been 1 year since prominent Dallas attorney Ira Tobolowsky was brutally killed in his own garage.
Now the family is telling the I-Team's Ginger Allen exactly what they believed happened in all of this. Ginger?
That's right. And for the first time, you are about to hear how the sons say they have spent the last year, in their words, tormented by two men who they say hated their father.
It's non-human. It's non-human for someone to cause this much heartache.
The Tobolowskys have spent a year investigating their own father's death.
Investigators say the fire and Ira Tobolowsky's death are suspicious.
Last May, firefighters found Ira Tobolowsky's body inside his burning garage.
A Dallas lawyer murdered Anton.
Exactly 1 year later, the killer is still out there. The Dallas home is renovated, up for sale.
This is the alleyway.
And Ira Tobolowsky's wife and sons are taking us back to the place that marks the worst day of their lives.
This is the only way to access the house from the alley.
The family believes the killer spied on Tobolowsky for weeks through a man-made hole that was right here in the fence.
If you stand on the other side of this fence, and if I look right here, I could see perfectly through the hole. And what we realize is that looking through that hole, you see one thing, which is our parents' garage.
You believe the person that did this was back here a lot?
On May 13th, around 7 a.m., they say the killer walked through this gate knowing exactly what Tobolowsky was about to do.
Open the door, put his bag in, close the door, walk to the driver's door, open it up and get in.
But that morning, he never made it to his car.
We think he walked up behind our dad, and we think he pushed him from behind.
The family says Tobolowsky was knocked down and could not get up. After explaining to the I-Team what they believe happened outside, the sons took us inside.
It's my first time back inside.
It's in here where we learned shocking new developments about what the family has been dealing with for the last year.
Terrorized. I would say that's a good explanation of what's been going on, starting with attacking our mother by somehow thinking the right thing to do after a family has gone through what we've been going through is to sue the widow.
4 months after the murder, two Dallas men, Stephen Aubrey and Brian Vodka, filed a defamation lawsuit against Mrs. Tobolowsky, claiming the family had publicly accused them of killing Ira Tobolowsky.
40 pages of lies meant to torment.
In the public filings, Aubrey and Vodka make several wild accusations, calling the Tobolowskys the North Texas Jewish Mafia, who are involved in crime, fraud, and prostitution. They claim Michael promotes pornography and is charged with molesting a 9-year-old.
It takes a special kind of evil to continue to torment the family who is already going through so much.
In the documents, Aubrey and Vodka also say the Tobolowskys' family attorney murdered Ira Tobolowsky. And Michael says there are these emails sent to him from Stephen Aubrey earlier this year telling Michael he was born into a filthy family and had a dirty father.
To be able to even say that to someone in our position, like Zach said, you have to be some kind of evil.
So who are these two men? Before Ira Tobolowsky was murdered, the lawyer had apparently made Stephen Aubrey angry in court. In retaliation, Tobolowsky said Aubrey and Vodka sent letters to the court calling him a fraudster and letters saying he had joined ISIS. Tobolowsky filed a defamation lawsuit against the two men and was in the middle of it when he was killed. After his murder, the I-Team learned detectives searched Aubrey and Vodka's 2 Dallas apartments and seized a propane tank, gas containers, and a drill. 1 year later, no suspects have ever been named, no arrests have ever been made, and this murder remains a mystery.
Just let us figure out how to wake up every morning and to put our left foot in front of our right foot and to stay the unified family that we are. We can't even do that in peace.
So I have tried repeatedly to find those two men who filed those court documents, but they have not responded to my efforts. They have also sued the lead detectives in the case and a Dallas judge, saying they have been mistreated and wrongfully accused by them as well.
Ginger, it is unreal all this family has been through.
It really is, all in just 12 months. Kaylee, I can tell you they're heartbroken, but they are also very encouraged here recently because they believe there will be enough evidence against someone soon to take this to the grand jury.
So, but let's put the reality on the table. The speculation as to what they think happened is theirs and theirs alone. What's the reality of where the case stands, actually, when we talk about the law?
Okay, so I have tried so hard to get the Dallas Police Department to go on camera for us, and they do not want to do that, but they did send me a statement. And Dallas detectives are saying this is an active investigation and that they don't want to discuss any evidence because it could hurt the integrity of the case.
Okay. Ginger Allen, interesting look inside, and thanks to the family for the perspective.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.